just a check-in for this week. I hope you're doing well. We're going to dig down, we're going to drill down, we're going to actually get going on this budgeting item, and we're going to use your data for this week. And I want you to know that hopefully that we have enough of a relationship that you'll trust me to keep this as confidential. It will be strictly confidential, any of the data that you share with me. And just know that I've been here before. And some of the procedures that we're going to do, if you're unfamiliar with them, they're not hard to grasp, but they're hard to do sometimes. And some of you have real simplified lives. You know, you're just starting out. And some of you have been experiencing life for quite some time, have built families, have generations living on the place. And so I do know that it can get awfully complex. The best way to do anything I've found out over the course of many years is to break it down into its small parts. That's why we started out with just a simple budget last week. And then we're going to add a little complexity into it so that we can actually get control of those budget items that are a thorn in our sides. And there's a pretty good chance that in a class this size that there's several of you that are just already outstanding budgeters. You're not born a budgeter. It's something that you have to learn. There's some of us that lean towards it a little better and pick up on it a little easier, but you're not out there in left field if this seems a little bit foreign to you, or it seems to be kind of hard. I found over the years those people or those managers that pay particular attention to these kind of details just have a whole lot more success. And when we started implementing them in our own business and our own personal lives, especially to start out with, because that's where it starts, we were able to be more generous. We were able to take away some of the stress that life just keeps shoving down and at us. And I try to encourage people, and I want to encourage you guys, is that if you live with a little bit of margin, that means, first of all, financially, that, in the most simplistic statement that I can make is that you live beneath your means. It takes so much stress out. And the other things that we talk about that you start instilling it in other parts of your life is that by living with margin, we not only mean your finances. We mean, when the deadline for the assignment is Friday, and I'm not getting all over anybody, just using this for an example, but we don't get in and start working on it on Friday evening. Now, there's times. Life happens, and sometimes it just happens, and that's the way it is. We have to deal with it. And we end up on Friday evening working on the assignment that's due at midnight. Okay? But when we live with margin in all of our lives, then we just take so much stress off that we can make better decisions. We can be better managers. We can be better to our families, and that's if nothing else. I hope that you realize that these are important skills that you can bring to your organization, to your family, to yourself, and I wish you the best. I don't expect you to go on this journey by yourself. Hopefully you feel that I can coach you. I'm accessible. I'm at this darn college a lot of the time, so you're always welcome to call this number, and I'd love to visit with you and talk about some of the things that are going on in your life that you have to deal with as far as budgeting goes and that sort of thing, and maybe how to get over them. Sometimes it's just time, and it's just a little bit of time. Overnight successes are usually realized in about 20 years. I know I've said that. I'll probably say that in a video this week again, but that's just the case. And all of a sudden, you realize that, as you can tell, that you have a few more gray hairs, a lot more gray hairs, but things kind of seem to be coming together, although you're living a pretty complex life. So I wish you the best. Let me help you if you need some help. If you have any questions or want to discuss anything, give me a holler. We can set up a video conference or just talk over the phone. So I wish you best on this project. It's going to be an ongoing project that we're going to at least go through the semester, and hopefully, at least I know some of you, and maybe hopefully most of you will start implementing a budget in your lives so you can live with margin. Over and out.